show up. Usually there's a bit of a delay to it, which it happens. There we go. All right, so now I can change that. And I'm just gonna upload a different image so that it's not basic. I've got a generic one that I use for things like this. Let's check out what's going on the layout, make sure that's all good. And got some of that too. There we go. Okay, changes. And then we're going to do playlist. Alrighty. So that seems to be good. I'm just going to save that, and then I'm going to pull up the chat here just to see who's here and to see what's going on. Got a couple of things planned for today, but we will get to that momentarily. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got it up here. So, okay, so we got a couple of people. Dave, how's it going, Dave and John? Yeah, I'm right back at it again. It's Wednesday. So I'm going to run some trains. Going to do a couple of things here too. Yeah, Dave, honestly, like something like this would be like perfect for your layout because you could basically set the 3 cameras up and you know, you just change the angle with your phone, and you just choose what camera you want to be showing, and you can have it where it's like hands-free, so it'll cycle through the cameras, and you can basically just run trains, and then it will do all the camera work for you. I like to show roughly what I'm doing though, if I'm referencing something or if I have a specific train that I want to highlight because it's getting to a certain part of the layout that I'm like, ooh, people would like to see this, then I can just run that and put that camera live, you know, and switch back when it's done. Hey Perry, how's it going? All right, so we're a little early because yeah, the steepness of the cameras, yeah, there's a bit of steepness. So it's I think it's about was it American or Canadian? Canadian per camera, you're looking at about $350 to $4. Yeah, or you can get the box set, which comes with 3. So you could always start off with 1. And there's an application that you can download on your smart device where it's, if you just have 1. And it's really good for just, like, I've never seen anybody else use it for a train layout, but, you know, here we are, right? But yeah, I think it's a very intuitive system, and I really like it, and the picture quality seems to be good. You just have to have a lot of bandwidth, both upload and download, in order for it to work sufficiently. I even got my, is it this side? My watermark is up in the top corner there as well, which is a nice little touch because, you know, for those times where you're not really, you don't know who you're watching, I'm right in the top corner there for you. So, and you can always switch where that goes as well. Hey Mike, how's it going? I'll bring them over, and then that way you can test them out and you can play with them firsthand. We can see if they work, you know, with your layout, and for your setup there. And we can have these cameras going while we're running trains. They'll be out of the way, so we don't even have to worry about them. So we just got to watch our swears, because I know we tend to be pirates when we're all running trains. So, and I'm sure you want to keep it PG for the children. So we just got to watch our pirate tongues, But either way, so Wednesdays I normally run trains. I usually do a couple of hours. That's what I did last week. Is probably what I'm going to do going forward. However, today it's pure madness around the house. Literally everyone's home. And I've got a full plate of things that I need to do today. But we're also joined by Alexis. You can see she's in the corner there. She's around the back of me there. She's joining us. But so I run trains for, a little bit. I probably won't be too long today. I might only do an hour today. But for those of you who are joining me, awesome. I really appreciate it. And let's get started. So Bubs brought by a couple of locomotives. He wanted some TLC done to these locomotives. Plus I've got a couple as well. So I'm going to take you through my process here, which he showed me. And let's set that up real quick here. And we can take a look and see how I do that. And I think right here would be good. Now, I did show a very similar version to this on another video. I think it was keeping track. At this point, I have so many videos, so it's hard to keep track of everything. Keep track. But yeah, I'll show you my process here with this. So he lent me a GP30 and a GP40, which are two of my favorite types of locomotives. And he asked me to run them for him. So I said, sure, why not? But the catch, if you will, is that I got to clean them. So, which I don't mind doing. So Bubs actually showed me this technique here, and it's something that you can do. It's super easy. Oops. And I'm going to adjust it so we can do two cameras. And you can kind of see from both angles here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect angles. Okay. Nice. So we've got, we'll start with the GP40-2. This is an Athearn Genesis. Very nice locomotive. And it's weathered. I think he weathered it. He did a good job on that. You can kind of see there. So I've got a bottle of rubbing alcohol, and it's a spray bottle, and I've got my paper towel. So what we're going to do, I'm going to spray up one end of this. And I'm going to go like this. All right. And I'm going to power up the layout because I forgot to turn the power on. Then I'm going to pull up Loco 9566. Let's see if we've got this one. Do I have power? I do not have power. Okay, give me 1 second. Where has the power gone? Oh yeah, there's track power. There should be anyway. Am I missing something? Okay, let's see if that works. Now, keeping in mind, I have no idea if he changed the number to something else. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. That was confusing. Alrighty. So I'm just going to put it back here on the paper towel. And it's just that the back trucks are on. And right now they're being cleaned. I'm going to show you after if I did manage to get anything off of these wheels. There's a little bit of dirt on there. I'm gonna dry it off now. Whoops. Come on. I think it might be the front. It might actually be the front where it might need a bit more cleaning. So we're going to change over to that because it doesn't really help the trying to make this thing roll if it's not completely clean. So I'm going to move this up a bit to right here. There we go. Okay. There's a bit of muck on there too. And we're gonna there we go. Just gonna dry those wheels now. See how much cleaner it's running? Okay, so next up I'm just going to add a bit of lube to the inside of the wheels here. And the connectivity here. Right in there, where the gears are. This will help so they're a little bit more free when they're running and there's less strain on it. Okay, so that's basically one down, just like that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this back on the track, and then I'm going to test it out. I'm just going to go a little back and forth here. See how this goes. With that. He also has it set up automatically to honk the horn, whether you're taking off, stopping, going in reverse or forward, which is a really nice feature. I really like that. It's less buttons that you have to press, basically. I'm going to go forward. I don't know why that's like that. That's only speed step 3. I'm sure that when you get up to a little bit higher speed, it sounds the bell automatically. That's cool. All right. I think it's 5. Is it 5? Oh, it's 6. Okay, this one's good. All right, so I'm going to move you over to the main line. And you should be good. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to grab another one. I'm also going to check the chat because I don't have the computer over here, so that might be a little bit of an issue as far as reading the chat and saying hey. Yeah, the camera does look a little weird, right? Alrighty, so that was the GP. Oh, ow! That was my back. Okay, so that was the GP40. Now we're doing the GP38. Now I also have a couple of GP38s. They don't look as cool as this though because I didn't weather them. Okay, so we got logo 4796. These actually aren't too bad. You can tell Brandon really takes care of his stuff. So it won't take too much to clean these. Now, this one did have a bit more dirt than what they typically would. But that's why we're doing this, right? We want to correct it so that it runs smoothly. I'm just going to turn it around. Alrighty. There's a tiny bit of gunk. It's usually more so always going to be on one than the other. I'm not sure when the last time he actually ran these were, so... Not too shabby. So next we just want to do the same thing where we put a little bit of oil right where the wheels are. And this is right on all 4 axles, all 8 wheels. Good loco maintenance is very important if you want your locos to live a long time and work properly. So, get on that. My original plan was to get my new display case and then clean every single locomotive I have one by one, just like this, and then put them back into the display case. Okay, that's loco number 2, which is great. So I'm going to show you something cool now, actually. Now this is for anybody who has a Digitrax system, but they're not too sure how to MU a couple of locomotives together. We're going to see how well these 2 locomotives run side by side. Okay, so typically, I'm going to show you this by the controller here. So, you've got, I use the DT402 controller. My two knobs, one for one locomotive, one for the other. So I'm selecting this one first, or you can push in and that will control this one here. So I'm going to hit loco, and then the loco to the right is going to be 4796 loco. Okay, good. So it is acknowledged that I'm there. Okay, so then I'm going to hit that knob, hit loco, 9566, loco. Let's see if we got this one. There we go. Okay. So in the essence of being able to hear me, what I think I'll do is I'm gonna mute them just for now. That way you can kind of hear me, and it's a lot better, and it's not as noisy. So you want to make sure that they are going in the right direction, because as you can see here, they are back to back. So basically, if this arrow is pointing this way, which is correct for that one, we got to make this one point that way, because the locomotive is going to go backwards to go with the forwards. So now all you got to do with this, because that is selected, this is going to be your main locomotive here. You want to hit MU or consist and then the plus. Now they should work together just by turning this one knob here. And looking at the main screen, so the one does move a little bit faster, but it'll help it a bit for the push-pulling side of things. And then I can hit reverse, and then they both turn. And now we've got a consist of a GP40 and a GP38. Now you'll want to speed match them a little bit better, but from what I'm seeing here, this should be okay. There's nothing too crazy about that, but you want to try to get them as close together as you can, because you don't want there to be any issues. And then, of course, in order to unlatch them, you want to hit MU remove. And now they're both two independent locomotives that you can control either one freely. Okay, so I'm just going to keep that there for a second. Now I've got a couple more of these. These ones belong to Bubs here. So I'm going to get mine, and we're going to, I think we're going to clean. I know one of them has been cleaned, I think. And then I'm going to show you guys how we can lash up even more locomotives, because that's fun too. And it doesn't matter if you're running, small locomotives like Jeeps, or you're running big locomotives like the SD models. You'll see it very often. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I'm going to get two more, and we're going to MU four locomotives together. And Ryan, hey Ryan, it's a HO scale. I do HO. Yeah, Perry's right. You just add from the left. I'm just going to stick this other camera in here, but I'm going to put it over here. Well, this is going to work, but we will try it. Bam. Cool. So you can kind of have a different shot. Doing things differently here. Alrighty. So this is one of my favorites here. This is number 4777. And this one was actually shot the other day, or was it? It's in near Ottawa. I think it was in Cornwall, I think. I might be wrong, but let's see what road number this one actually comes up as. Do I have it as 4777? I do. Now this one isn't going to make all the same noises that the other ones do. Is this one actually running good? I think this might have been the one I've already done, so we might even skip this one. Yeah, she looks good. I mean, it's still a fairly new locomotive that hasn't seen too much track time, but I've been very happy with it, and it's an Athearn Genesis, so you kind of expect it to be, you know, good out of the box, more or less. But obviously there are some that you gotta keep your eye on in that regard. So okay, so we're gonna quit that one, and we're gonna go to number 4. And I'm gonna grab number 4 for you. And this one here is number 4807. Now this one here is still 03 because I haven't had a chance to change that yet. So I'm going to test this one, make sure this one is good. Okay, we are good. So where should I do this? Usually I like doing this on a straight piece of track. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take all of it over to this other part of my layout, which I will set up here. Very easy to do. Just gonna set these up right along here. Now, the only one thing that I am worried about still, both of my locomotives, apparently, from what I remember, I've upgraded to KD. I don't remember if Brandon upgraded his or not, but because they are Athearns, I would not be surprised if he did. Well, it's total zebras here at the layout today. I haven't even pulled out the GMD ones yet. Hey, Wigwag, how's it going? Yeah, absolutely. The zebras are a fan favorite right here, so definitely a good option for today. Okay, so we've got all 4 trains here. Let's see, what are we going to start with? So we'll start with 4807, which is right here on the point. So I might have to switch between my cameras here. So I'll go here. Okay. Everyone's following along, right? So 4807, I have it as number 3 right now. So it's on this one here. Because it's going to kind of lead the way, I do want to definitely put the headlights on. Does it have ditch lights? Yes, it does. Is it F6 for... No, F5? What are your ditch lights? Kind sir. There we go. Okay, it's F5. Alrighty. Okay, so the ditch lights are on. And what I'm going to do... So we've got 4807, which is right here. We're going to add from the left and push them over to the right, if that makes sense. So, locomotive, we've got 4777, which is going to be the next locomotive that we have up here. It's also facing forward, the same as this one here. So all I have to do is MU, yes. So now they will both move together. And because they're both very new locomotives, you can kind of see that they both more or less run together in an MU consist. Taking a look at the next one here, I'm going to go back to my controller. Both the locomotives are right here right now. So we're going to go locomotive 4796. And then we're going to hit loco. Now we're controlling the third locomotive arm. We want to make sure it's going in the same direction as the other ones. Or if it's turned around, we would have to have it going in reverse so that everything goes to the right. I hit, I control that. Then MU plus. Now, locomotive number 3 should run in tandem with the other 2 when I go to control it. Come on, locomotive number 3, what are you doing with your life? Let me double check something here. Okay, that's fine. MU plus. Why doesn't it want to, That doesn't seem to be moving at all. What are you doing? Give me 2 seconds. Four, 7, 9, 6. Okay, why is that not running? I'm gonna try something out here. Okay, so I'm gonna go Loco 9566 Loco. Okay, good. So you want that to go in reverse. Now we want to okay. So all three of these ones run together. Okay. I feel like I'm on the right page here with this. Okay, so I will kind of show you here now. Okay, we're going to try this again with locomotive number 4. See if we can get a reaction from this one here. So, we want to pull up loco number 4796. Okay. Now it's doing its thing. So, it's all part of the fun, right? So, I've got 3 locomotives that are attached on this side, which would be the right side. I've now pulled up 4796 on this side, and I can confirm that it does roll independently, just by itself. It is going in the right direction because it'll go to the right. So now I select this one, I hit MU+. Now, if I've done this correctly, all 4 locomotives should run side by each, and they will all work in an MU state. I like it. Okay. So I'm going to do another part after where I unconsist them. So I take the consisted part, because again, it's very particular how you have to do this. But in the meantime, I think that it would be really neat to run a really big train around the layout, because it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I almost said it was Thursday. That's embarrassing. Okay. I'm so used to doing lives on Wednesdays. Okay, so let's see what I've got here. So I want my grain cars, so I'm just going to go with this real quick. Move this camera out of the way. And I'm just going to try to try to gather some grain. I've got a lot of grain cars, so no problem with that. We're just going to load up this train here. I wasn't entirely sure what I was running today, but I had an idea. I was originally going to run the GMD once, but I like this idea better because I get to practice setting up really long trains. So it works for me. So you just have to give me a minute or two here, and I will set up a really, really decent train for you. Now, this is something that I'm still fairly new to myself, because up until like a week ago, I could only NU 2 trains together, so just a pair of locomotives. But with this now, this opens up a much bigger door, because I can make 2 locomotives pulling the train, and then I can put one at the end pushing if I need, and then there's a lot of other combinations there with that as well. So I think I need to go forward a bit so that I'm on a straight. Oh no! Got the I'm not sure how many grain cars I have, but I know I have a bunch. They're all the cylindrical, huh? Now, also along with the freight too, if I wanted to do a version of the Via Rail Canadian, typically you've got 3 F40s pulling all those passenger cars. So that means I'll be able to do the, 3 F40s pulling a bunch of passenger cars, basically. Now, besides the couplers, which is really the only thing I'm worried about now, because I know that everything can go around the layout, so that's not a problem. It's just a matter of making sure that everything stays connected. See, those 3 locomotives really want to take off from the one. I don't know if I want to take out that one locomotive or not. I don't know. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Or maybe I just switch the positions of them. Those two stay together really well. Let's see if that works, shall we? Okay, so they're actually staying together now, which is great. And I'm going to pull it right down so I can add more cars. Okay, I like how this is going now, because it's actually, they're staying together now. Very promising. Seems very promising. I've got high hopes for this yet. Alright, so let's add some more cars. I have a couple of Albertas here, which I love this blue. There we go. If you guys are a fan of NARC, North American Railcar Corporation, I've got some of their Saskatchewan green hoppers. Let's see. There we go. How many cars is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 16. Do I have any more? I might have one more. Lucky number 17. Well, okay, where is number 17? Here we go. This one here. It's just a Government of Ontario. So I usually use, well, I've got a mixture of Walther's Mainline, which are probably some of my favorites. Maybe I can take you through this here before we take off here. So, mixed in here you've got some Walther's. I've got a couple of Intermountain as well. The Canada ones, I believe, those ones there, I believe, are Intermountain. That or the silver top one. I can't remember. I think it's those two though. More Walther's. Canadian Express line, I want to say, for that brown one there, the brown government one. The light brown, that one. More Walther's. And then, whatchamacallit, NARC. And I know I have a couple of Bachmann in here as well. I think that one at the end there is a Bachmann, and that one's a Bachmann. So, we're ready to go. We're ready to roll out of here, and let's see if we can actually do this. Cornell loves NARC. Cornell, did you know that they're actually doing the Saskatchewan grain car with the naked lady on it? I can't remember. There's a name for it, but she's like she's laying down on the flowers or something. Yeah, that should be available like by December. I want to say they said something like that. So I'll probably be getting one of those. Because it's such an exclusive car, you know. So NARC are nice, but The fine scale wheel sets can be problematic. They're also terribly overpriced for what they are. They're really nice, or they're really niche collector's pieces. Agreed. I think that's why I mostly have the Walthers ones, because I can pay $30 for one of those compared to $70 for the Saskatchewan NARC ones. And yes, absolutely, their website, I do not like their website at all. The Pink Panther. I don't know the Pink Panther one. I'll look that up, and I'll check for the Pink Panther one. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Saskatchewan one was supposed to be here in either late February, early March, but it's been pushed to like December of this year. So. Did I miss anything else? Anyone else? Just double checking back here. SD70s are 6-axle. Ooh, they have actually, Athearn has the SD70s M's coming soon, so they're really nice. Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's get her going here. Oh, you know what? I know it might be a little out of the scope of what should be or what could be here, but I haven't used a caboose in a while, so I'm going to do this. This is a definite my layout, my rules situation here. Because we're running some nice CM. Really? They all stop at the same time? Of course, the most expensive car is the one that derails. Why? Okay, I'm going to stop real quick there. I'm just going to hold it and make sure that either I didn't put it on the track properly or it fell off the track. Either way, I think she's good now. Okay, yeah, she's good. Oh, for real? That's a problem with running multi-units here. You gotta make sure that they all have good couplers or you're gonna have some issues. They can burn apart and stuff.
aren't they though? Eventually I'll just set it up so that it's just like watching the railfan cameras, but only it'll be, you know, whatever I happen to run that day.
Why is it such a huge angle? Come on. Hey. Now right now I'm running at about 16 speed steps, which is, it's not bad at all. Like I'm moving, it's moving pretty good. So I don't feel like I have any issues with that. yeah, just hauling some grain off to the, oh, these are all empties. They're going back to the ethanol. Or they're coming from the ethanol, I guess we'd say. We've got 3 GP38s -2 and GP40 as well. I think the reason why it looks so high is because that's a drop ceiling right there. More so because there's vents right above that. But yeah, it's 15, 16, 17. It's about 20 inches from the roof. No! Come back. Come on. More power. I'm gonna have to check on those couplers. Keeping in mind, the two non-weathered ones are mine. I didn't really expect them to run too well with the foreign. I don't know. I don't know if I call it foreign power because they're the exact same models, but. Drop that speed down just a little bit because we're going downhill now. I don't think I've had too much of an issue keeping the rails clean. In most cases, a lot of my locos are 5 years older or more, and I'm just now starting to see issues where I gotta really break it down and clean them just so that they run better. I can't say I've ever thought of trying like an oxide cleaner on the rails though. A lot of this track, like especially all the track on the top level, I mean, that's within the last 6 months. So it's all still fairly clean. I haven't even painted it or anything yet. So it should still be good. But the bottom level, I've been going through with cleaning. Dave Co has come by to do a cleaning with his Cmx Cleaning Car. And I've been really hunkering down, I guess you could say, on the side industries, the ones that I do have, and really cleaning them with basically an alcohol and what is it called? Like a Q-tip. So I'm really giving it the fine-tooth comb. In most cases, I don't really have connectivity issues, especially power drops or anything like that, despite the fact that my top level literally only has one feeder connecting the whole thing, besides whatever's coming off the Helix. And then yeah, the whatever it's called. Yeah, I've just been going around cleaning a lot of little places, and there's some areas that I've actually done a lot of work with that really did need extra TLC. But it's mostly the locomotives that need the work right now. I'm just going to put this back here. I gotta move some cars that I forgot that I put on the layout here. I'm just going to push them through. I've got way too many barrel ore cars. As if that's a thing. You think you moved them all from the layout? Nope. Definitely did not. I don't even have all my barrel ore cars here, so that's a thing. What I'm going to be doing though is I'm going to build a shelf, and the shelf I can fill up the shelf with whatever. So it's going to go on the wall, and I might do like 2 rows of ore cars, and then 2 rows of LRC cars, and I don't know, whatever else I can fit. That way, if I need them, I can just pull them off and switch them out with something else. Lots of cars, lots of different cars here. Not to mention gondolas. I've got a lot of gondolas. Thanks, Chad. It's a labor of love, you know. You gotta put in the hours, you know. So for the Cmx Cleaning Car, Dave brought over 3 Bowser locomotives, and he basically put 2 pulling and 1 pushing it. And honestly, it worked so well because his locomotives actually have keep alive. So even if he does hit a dirty spot, it's like you don't even see that anyways, because of the fact that you know, you're cleaning it while you're actually you know, riding on it. So it's neat. It's neat how it works. I could probably do a layout tour. Yeah, absolutely. Once the train gets to the bottom there, what I'll do is I'll take you through it while the train is going by it, basically. How does that sound? And I'll give you some statistics as well. How does that sound? And then we'll wrap things up for the day. I'll show you how to un-MU the 4 locomotives, and then we'll wrap it up at that point. Okay, so we'll start at the Helix because you're going to see this. This is where I think the trains spend most of their time. It's two track, the double main line. The one on the inside is I want to say it's a 33-inch radius, and the one on the outside is a 35-inch radius. So if you're on the inside, it basically means you're going right from the top down to the bottom, or if you're at the bottom, you're going right to the top, where the outside track actually stops at each level. So you'll go up a level from the first level, and then when you're at the second level, you do a full loop of that, you come back, and then you go up to the third level, you do a full loop of that, and then you're back down to the bottom. If I could change this, I would probably just do a double level layout instead of a triple next time, or just one level that is much longer. I think that was the biggest thing with building this layout, is that I didn't have much running room, and I want to be able to do long trains. I want to be able to, you know, run a train and it doesn't do a loop within, you know, a minute. When running at a decent speed, it actually takes a total of about 30 minutes to do a full loop of the layout. So there's a little bit more of a realistic feel to it at that point. The layout itself, it's based out of northern Ontario, so we got the Temagami subdivision, which includes Englehart, which is the station down here. There's a station and a yard. Yeah, so it's Englehart. So it's basically consists of a station, and there's a yard, and I've got a maintenance facility as well. And that's where the train's going through right now. I do actually, if you can see there's a well car on the screen in the corner there. I put the camera in the car, and it goes around the layout. This is a longer shot of that. Now hopefully it doesn't decouple here, it probably will. I've been working a lot on this bridge, trying to get it really nice and functioning properly. Sometimes it works, sometimes it, it has issues sometimes. But I'm working through it. And if it does this like seamlessly, I'm gonna freak out because it'll be the first time that I ran such a big train across this bridge without anything happening. Knock on wood. And holy, it's actually doing it. Okay, so when we come around to here, it's a lumber mill. This is actually Beaver Lumber. If you grew up in the 80s, early 90s, you'll remember Beaver Lumber. So I just made this with rail access here. So, oh, you know what? I'm missing half my train. Hang on a second. Knew it was too good to be true. Anyway, yeah, Beaver Lumber, I've got the Beaver Lumber truck there, and yeah, it's perfect industry for dropping off lumber and whatnot, so it works, and then we'll go around this side. This is where the scrapyard is going to be. You can see I'm kind of working on it here, getting the track in place, and there'll be some switches and some switching, so that'll be fun. And yeah, I really like the scene here because it's. I'm gonna finish that off nice. It's gonna hopefully look good. I can hope. Can only hope. I'm definitely not done, doing most of this scenery and whatnot down here, but eventually. Eventually it will be okay. And of course the one locomotive takes off again. See if I can get back up there. These were actually the first trees I put on the layout. Very proud of that. Never thought I'd, darn you. Okay. It's okay. Still working through the bugs. Here we go. But never thought I'd have trees on my layout, so. So she's going up the Helix now, and this is where she's going to eventually make a stop at the second level. Yeah, that's me. I'm usually jinxing something here. With all the lumber here, you'd think I would have knocked on wood at least once. But everything's been good considering. What is it with these couplers? I think it's Brendan's coupler, because his looks totally different than mine. Mine looks like a number 5, and I have no idea what number he has. Or it could be mine, and I'm not supposed to use a number 5. Either one. Either one. But they keep on coupling it, you know, roughly about the same spot. So that's one thing to take into consideration when you're doing elevations, and you have grades and all that. And you got to make sure you have really good couplers. Not just on your locos, but on your cars too. When you're constantly changing elevations and all that. I mean, most of mine are 2%. So I didn't really think there'd be too much of an issue, but here we are. Okay, while that's making its trip up the layout here, I'm going to show you North Bay. So this is the North Bay maintenance facility, which is full of cars right now. Chad, the Helix is 2%. It goes up 1/4 inch every 2 feet. So those posts that are going around on the inside are about 2 feet apart each. And yeah, the L brackets go up 1/4 inch. I still work through it all, Mike, for the coupler height and whatnot. So still working on that, making sure everything is top notch. But again, it's one of those things you got to work through. So yeah, so North Bay, see North Bay there. It's really a dumping ground right now for a lot of my box cars, and I got some extra LRC cars there. But the trains are going through a station here. This isn't really prototypical, but there is a station in North Bay. It just doesn't look like this. I have to add a whole downtown here, which I'm excited for. But yeah, I just wanted a nice city downtown scene. Now, I set my back. And let's see. Is it being bad again? Yeah, it's being bad. Okay, so then we've got this area here. No specific name or whatnot. When I saw that bridge at the store, I really wanted that, and I wanted to incorporate it into the layout. So I'm like, well, I want a giant lake, so it's going to go over the lake. And yeah, I'm glad that I decided to go with that. And then I've got a road that I'm building there on the right, so that's fun. Lots of obstacles, lots of crossings and whatnot, you know. trying to keep to the realism of it. And well, it's working that out. Let me see here. I'm going to go around to the paper mill. So I do have the paper mill on the layout. I'm going to slow that right down. And then I'm going to go over to it. So once the train passes here, you'll see it's kind of working away at the paper mill as well. And I'm even I'm gonna do lights out here. Can I do lights out? Yeah, I can do lights out. I know, kind of dark, right? There's still some light over here, but that's okay. And the whole building lights up. Got lamps and building lights, yard lights. This will make for a really nice night scene because I can turn the lights right out. I mean, it's obviously better at night, but I can just work just this area here, switching out cars and building a locomotive just on the side track up here. And that could be a whole thing, you know? So, very excited for that. But still working on the scenery and whatnot. And just plug. The Cmx just plug system. I mean, I don't know if I could do that much lighting and whatnot and make it look that good if I used a different lighting system, so that would be tough. Alright, so we're back at North Bay, as you can see, lights back on. And I think this would be a perfect time to add a camera car. What do you guys think? Camera car, camera car. Alright. I guess I'll add the camera car. Now, there's certain parts of the layout that it does not work on, so there's that. But it will work on the top level, no problem. Same thing with the middle level. It's mostly just the bottom level where there tends to be issues. Because it doesn't fit everywhere. So we're going to do the camera car here. Once it gets up to the camera car, just got to go up a couple of loops here, and then we'll do the camera car. I'll probably do just a live where I run the camera car right around. I won't answer questions or anything. There probably won't be any chat on it. It'll just be a video of the full loop of me just doing the actual camera cut. So you can kind of see the camera at the top there, at the top of the Helix on your left. It's just sitting there, it's waiting. I don't know how it's sitting there and not moving, but it is, so that's good. Now for the top of the layout, I'm not sure how much here you can see. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. But right above the Helix, I'm putting a big train station. And it's going to house a lot of my passenger equipment. Because I do have a lot of it. And there's lots more on the way, especially with the Go Transit stuff coming out soon, so... Okay, so it's coming up here now. I'm gonna just make sure it's on the car here, ready to go. Okay, and we're off. So, yeah, so the train station, just, you can kind of see like the backdrop goes off to your left. That's where the train station is going to be, and it's going to have a couple of, well, it's going to have a big ladder there, and it's going to go, and it's going to connect up here on the tracks that are on the left side. Sure, we'll pass by that after. It's going to be a lot of scenery up here. I plan to do a fall kind of scene, so that'll be fun. I've never done fall before, or autumn, as some people call it. That's my favorite season, but it's just easier to do summer. You know, green grass, green trees, you know how it is. But it's going to be kind of a transition from summer, which would be the bottom, up to autumn. So it's like a late September, early October kind of theme to the layout. Of course, it feels like by the time you get to the top from the bottom, it feels like it's the next season anyways. Now, we're under a tunnel right now, and it's going to be underground. All this is going to be covered over. You won't see these tracks. But right above it, you're going to have an ethanol plant, which is right to the right of the tracks here. It's going to be higher up. You're going to emerge from a tunnel, and then you're going to start going up grade. As you can see there, it kind of goes up a winding kind of track. A little bit of an S-curve, nothing too crazy. And let me tell you, I do have to get on a step stool to do any work on the top level, because I'm not that tall. But I don't mind. Now I just added this siding here, the siding that we're going to take. Originally it just went to the left, and it went across the arch bridge, or steel bridge, I guess you can say. But I added this to make a siding even longer or a runaround. Just needed some extra track space, so I had to put in a full extra bridge here. And I made the span a little bit longer, but I don't care. I like it anyways. I've already scenic the area because that's in place. So I won't be able to move that. So it's all scenic and whatnot. Just need static grass once I'm ready, and water. So it's going to be good for water too. And I hope that. Oh, the trains are still running. Yeah, still going. Okay. I need to finish that backdrop too. That bothers me so much. I still need another 2 orders. It's gonna take 2 orders to, or 20 feet to finish that backdrop. Oh, 100%. I don't know how many emails I had to send to get them to do via P42, but dang. And you know that I'm gonna get like a bunch, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring them around and I'm going to unconsist them so that you can see exactly how that is done. And then we'll pack it in here. We'll wrap it up. I went a little longer than what I thought I was going to. No worries though. But yeah, with the P42, I'm probably going to get about 3. The poppy unit for sure. Love the wave for sure. And just the greenish one as well. I've never owned a P42, so that'll be exciting. Yeah, it's the thing to do, right? I mean, even with the Go Transit cars, like, I got rid of all my Go Transit stuff when they announced it. But I still got a decent price for it because there was a lot of people who just wanted Go cars. They didn't care if they were repeater or not. Also, mine were all upgraded and fixed, so they all had KD number 5 couplers instead of those nasty Athearn ones. And I had fixed the wheel sets on them so they not only rolled better, but they were engaged at that point. Because none of them were engaged. Let's be honest, they didn't say all the time. Oh, it was? Oh. I ended up getting 4 of the F-59s, and 2 of them are good and 2 of them are bad. Yeah, the decoders on 2 of them just wouldn't address. Couldn't change the address, and when I did, it eventually couldn't read it back to me, so it was no longer 03, and it wasn't what I had set it to. So So unfortunately, you know, I'm probably gonna have to send two of them back. It is what it is. They're still awesome, but yeah, not a great experience. It was bound to happen though. with all the F40s and other Rapido stuff that I own and have owned, I've been very lucky, very fortunate in that respect, where not a lot of broken things, right? And I mean, like this is just some of the locomotives that I own, right? Like Bowser, Walthers, Rapido. The M420 is probably one of my best locomotives. You know, then I've got Rapido, Atlas. This is actually a custom Walthers, but it was done up real nice by Trains by Perry. I got my Grey Ghost, 40 years, you know. So, yeah, I've got a good collection going, and then, you know, there's some more here and there. Let's see. But yeah, it's a bummer when, you know, you spend like, well, there's a lot for the F-59s, but well, sorry about that. Okay, so we're coming up here to the camera look, because they're kind of escaping themselves. Alright. Yeah, the only thing that bothers me about the F-59, besides the issues I have with two of them, is the eval. I'm going to have to get the lock programmer for the eval to make that change. But, you know, it's not a deal breaker. It's, you know, you just change the bell. The more modern one has the eval, and the older one has the, whatever it's called. Yellow bell. Okay. So, as far as un-MUing the locomotives. Let's see if I can actually do this properly. Okay, so I've got, there we go. So I've got 03 still pulled up here. This will still move all of them. Whoop. Okay. So all we're doing, we're gonna pull up every locomotive on this side. So we're gonna go 9, 5, 6, 6. Then we'll go MU, and then take away. It's no longer part of the consist. Alright. See, so it just makes the sound just by itself. So then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to loco dispatch. So that one's no longer in use. Because, yeah, we're just done with that one for now. So, next one we're going to pull up here. Loco 4, 7, 7, 7. That should be 3 sevens. 7. Oh, okay. 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Loco. Now, again, we've got the whole consist over here. We pull up one locomotive at a time. We hit MU. Take away. Okay, so now the 4777 is independent to itself. So we're going to go loco and then dispatch. So that one is no longer in use. They shut that one down for the night. Whatever. That just leaves 03 and locomotive number 47. I can't see that number. 96? 96. 96. 47, 96. These are the only two locomotives that we have left. So we're just going to go MU. And now, that one's independent, and that one's independent. But we're going to go dispatch, and we're going to go loco, and then dispatch. Now, we no longer have any locomotives in control, and they're not MU together anymore. Playtime's over, fellas. Yeah, it was more of a brass bell, yeah. I can't remember if there was a specific name for it. I just know that there's like the electronic bell and then, yeah, brass bell. Wow. Well, I mean, there's that. I mean, the underbody detail does not hurt the locomotive, despite the fact that you don't really see it. The thing that bugs me the most is a sound locomotive with all these fancy sounds. But when you have a locomotive that's a passenger train, and there's not one passenger announcement or train station announcement, but you have like, you know, let's go to the X, like, come on. I get that because, you know, there was a go stop at the exhibition, but don't play it as a commercial. Say, next stop, you know, Exhibition Place. I don't know. I like to keep things realistic in that sense. I'll probably never use those sounds except for the fact that I played them the once and that was good enough for me. I guess that's what makes them bonus sounds. They're not a sound that you're going to use. It's just a bonus. Like, haha, take this. You know, but either way, yeah, that was fun. So we cleaned a couple of these locomotives, these Jeeps here. That was fun, and you guys can use that on all your locomotives. Then we learned how to lash them up in an MU with the Digitrax DT402. And then we learned how to, you know, hopefully, you know, keep your train together. Just upgrade those couplers and you're good, basically. But, yeah, and then we learned how to un-MU the consist of 4 locomotives. I mean, you could keep going, but, you know, 4, I mean, even 4 is overkill for what I would want. Usually it's just 2 locomotives and I'm good, but, you know, being able to, you know, MU more, especially if I do run some bigger trains, because these grain cars, they are pretty heavy, especially, you know, when you're going up 2% and whatnot. So yeah, I try to give a little bit of everything, right? I don't know everything, but I will definitely share what I do know if it's useful. Absolutely, yeah, because a lot of people do have issues with the whole MUing and whatnot, but it's really based off of what system you have, right? I don't know anything about you know, the NCE, so I'm kind of useless in that department. But I'm sure it's similar. I'm sure they have their very own way of doing that, which is either easier or just as good. I don't know. But other than that, we're good. We're good for the day. I did my 2 hours. I feel good about that, and I got to run some trains and share the hobby with you. So always good, always a fun time, and I appreciate all you guys for hanging out, watching, commenting, and sharing in the hobby. So we'll see you real soon, and don't forget, tomorrow, which is Thursday night, we're going to be over on Tim's channel. They make it like that. And he's got a live for us for Third Rail Thursday, so go check him out, alright? But we'll see you there. We'll see you in the chat, and you guys have a good rest of your week.